Oh, what a beautiful morning. Yep, that's right. Today, from Dave the Hillside Gardener, I got a little Bhut / Cayenne. I'm not going to do a history on this one. I think for the, I haven't done a cross yet on this channel, but I think for the crosses, I'm just going to try the peppers. And I'm going to stick more for my in-depth pepper reviews when it comes to doing just the straight peppers. But this is a great looking ghost cayenne Bhut cross look. It definitely has more of a ghost pepper look than than the cayenne. It's thin walled like a cayenne, but a lot of these Bhuts are pretty thin walled too. This thing just looks super gnarly. Yeah, lots of wrinkles on this. We're going to go ahead and cut this open and see what this placenta on the inside looks like here. So, ooh, got a few little dark seeds in there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This looks really beautiful on the inside. All right, there we go. If you look, the placenta doesn't really seem to be covering the wall too much. It's there definitely is like a light paleness in there all along that wall, but not as bad as it could be. I've cracked a few of these open before, and all you do is see nothing but white. And I'm going to try to pull out a lot of these little black seeds here. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't like the look of. We're going to go ahead and try to get a few of these off the placenta up top, so that I get a few to set back. I've probably got a bunch of red Bhut seeds, but no cayenne Bhuts. I haven't grown a lot of cayennes the last few years. I grew something that was very similar, the Turkish snake pepper, I believe it was last year. Gives a bunch of like crazy, just growing in different direction cayennes. But the problem I ran across was they had NROS and blot, so the pepper would start rotting from the bottom on up just about the time it was turning ripe, over and over and over again. And I was tossing more peppers than I was actually able to keep. And they were like, they look really neat, but with the twists and turns that they had, it was an extremely hard pepper to process. But anyways, this video isn't about that pepper. This video is about this Bhut cayenne cross right here that I am about to munch down. So I got things to do today, so oh shit, I was only gonna do like part of it, but I guess we'll do the whole thing. So yeah, generally I don't plan on cussing on this channel. I did let loose a little shit there just a second ago, but I think we're gonna run across a little bit of that when we start eating hot peppers, so I hope no ears were offended. All right, here we go, big old pepper. This one's, let's get a smell on this. Very floral, very fruity. So sometimes with a pepper, you can just tell by smell that it's going to be hot. This smells like this is going to be a hot pepper. This is why I'm hesitating and saying the word "this" over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and dive right in here. He came on in between like the 5 to 10 second mark. A touch of fruitiness up front, but then after that, it's been all floral and all heat just coming on. Woo! All right. Wow. That's got some warmth. I got a little bit of that 1,000-yard stare there. Top of the tongue, top of the palate, a little bit back towards the cheeks, and hitting more towards the back of the throat, but still not really the throat section as that heat starts to build up. as it starts to come on. So sometimes with a boot, uh, it can take a couple minutes for the heat to build all the way up. And I think I'm going to be able to handle this, but it's certainly still rising. Wow. Just not pinpricks, just a low, gentle warmth. It's coming more towards the forefront of the mouth now. It's just in the forefront of my mouth. Tip and edges of my tongue are on fire right now. Saliva buildup, but not the thick mucinologous like buildup that I get a lot of times from really hot peppers. Although I might start being able to get some of that in the very, very back of my throat as we speak. But this is the part where you just gotta sit here and write it out. So why do we do this? Well, it's coming on right now a little bit. For me, a lot of times it's the flavors. So a lot of these super, super hot peppers I find have some of the most delicious flavors in the pepper world. But you got to be able to reach a certain level before you can really enjoy them. Just, you know, when I try some of the boots or some of the ahis and things like that might have a little bit of a punch to them, and I compare that to like a bell pepper or a jalapeno or some of your more supermarket ready peppers. I'm just so disappointed by the flavors. I mean, yeah, it's there and they got flavor, but it's nothing like what you're finding in some of these super hots and some of the complexity and some of the notes. And sometimes not all those peppers like make it. Not all those peppers like hit those high notes. Some of them are really beautiful. And some of the gnarly ones I think are really beautiful, and they don't have a lot of flavor, but they will hit you with that punch of heat so hard. And that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for high flavors. I'm looking for lots of sweetness. And if there's heat involved, bring it, because I'm willing to put up with that heat for the sake of a really good tasting pepper. All right. So burn on that one. I'm going to go ahead and put that up at a 4. That's a hefty burn. I'm not going to put that in the hottest of the hots up there with a 5, but it was a good, solid burn. It's not growing anymore. It's hit a steadiness, perhaps even died down a little bit here just a couple minutes later. And for flavor, I'm going to go ahead and put that at a 2. It had good flavor to it, but it didn't stick long, and the flavor definitely didn't stand out in comparison to the heat. I really got to like enjoy the flavor for about a couple seconds, and by the time that 10 to 15 second mark hit in, I was more concentrated and more worried about what might be about to happen inside my mouth than I was about the flavor. That happens, at least with me, with a lot of super hot. So unless it's got a flavor that just keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing as you chew, and you can find that on some of the super hots for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. That was a great pepper. Thank you so much to Dave and the Hillside Gardener in Charleston, West Virginia. Much appreciation for that pepper. Cosmic Peppers, I'm out.